Oh boy. I was gonna make a lighthearted video about what Team USA did for Johnny Gaudreau until I saw two videos appear. I am gonna play them, by the way. I'm gonna play the one that gets me. I'm not gonna play the second one. The second one, the first video is Kash Patel celebrating with Team USA. That, to me, I know he's the director of the FBI, and he's the protector of the Epstein files, and he's a member of MAGA, but that, to me, is small. The video I am going to show is worse than that. There was a leaked video. I saw it on TikTok. I saw it pretty much everywhere now, where the president, Donald Trump, calls the men's U.S. hockey team after beating Team Canada, invites them to the White House, which, again, I don't get it. I understand when they invite, like, the Dodgers for MLB, the Panthers for the NHL. I understand that. I kind of understand why they would do it for Team USA. But it's not that, it's what he says after. He berates the U.S. women's hockey team, saying that he has to invite them or he'll get impeached. Which, again, I'll roll the clip. You can see for yourself.
We'll do the White House the next day. We'll just have some fun. We have medals for you guys. And we have to, I must tell you, we're going to have to bring the women's team. You do know that. I do believe I probably would be impeached, okay?
So there it is. There's that video. And what pisses me off about that, really pisses me off about that, two of the players that are on that team that laughed, among every other player that was on that team, especially Matthew Tkachuk, which I think it was Brady that draped the gold medal over Kash Patel's neck. Dude, he didn't play a fucking minute in that game. Or in any game. He's a spectator. That's how I say that. He's a spectator who celebrated and acted like he was Drake. Acted like he was Drake from the fucking Toronto Raptors when the Raptors won the NBA title. Yes, Drake's the ambassador. Patel's not the ambassador for the U.S. American team. But, again, I'm getting off topic. Two of those players, their mother is a part of the women's coaching staff. And I'm going to name them. I know who it is. Jack and Quinn Hughes. Their mom is a part of the women's national hockey team, who also won gold earlier, which I made a video on that. This, to me, outshines what the U.S. did for Johnny Gaudreau. As I said, I was going to make a lighthearted video and said that the U.S. national team did not win it for Trump. They won it for Gaudreau. They did it for Johnny. I still believe they did. But after seeing that, I think they won it for the wrong guy. There's a part of me that still thinks that they won it for Johnny. And they did. But to say that, and then have the entire team laugh, is insane. And it's quite disgusting, because they do preach about we got to protect women in sports, and then you got that. Which the women have a better record than the U.S. than the men's. From one person commenting, which, yeah, they were 4-0. But still. Just when you thought that things were actually going to be really good, and we were going to leave the Olympics with a feel-good moment with Matthew Tkachuk holding Johnny's baby and having Johnny's family come out and celebrate with the team, to seeing that. That's nearly as bad as having Montreal do this a massive Cinderella run in the 2021 Stanley Cup Final, just for them to draft a player that did something bad, which wasn't even his fault, but he didn't want to be drafted. And Mark Bergevin was like, screw you, you're being drafted for the Montreal Canadiens. It was a feel-good moment, and that feel-good moment was destroyed by one stupid move. Just like earlier. Feel-good moment with the family of Johnny Gaudreau, the jersey, the whole story about how Johnny Gaudreau was there in spirit, and they did it for Johnny. To have this video pop up. Unbelievable. I don't even know what the hell's going to happen with with the World Juniors next year. Guaranteed the hockey gods are probably going to slam the States. They did it in last year with the Four Nations. One of the members of whose staff prematurely said that the U.S. was going to beat their 51st state opponent, and they proceeded to choke. They proceeded to choke, and Team Canada won. Which, you gotta say what you want. Say what you want about that. Say how you feel. Yeah, it wasn't right that the Canada fans were booing the national anthem. The States, that is. But the States did the same thing. And look what happened. I'm not going to get into that, because they weren't booing the American players. They were booing one guy. That's all they were booing. They were booing one guy. But I'm not going to talk about that. Steve Dangle did a video on it a while ago. I'm not even going to talk about why the whole Epstein file thing is big. It is big. But why people were blasting Kash Patel. Again, he is the protector of those files, which he's got a lot more other things to worry about than chugging beers, acting like a frat boy. But again, he was there on official business and decided to celebrate. He was invited, by the way. He didn't force his way in. He was invited by the national team. Which, yeah, that makes it even worse. Will there be any repercussions? Probably not. The only repercussion I could see is watching an American team lose the Stanley Cup. And it so happens we're not going to see Florida. Which, this Wednesday, I have a video with them. Stay tuned for that. This is Colin signing out. Have a good one. Way to fucking ruin it.